What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, April 29th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Finding Dory released a new TV spot trailer on Thursday. The preview sees Dory, played by Ellen DeGeneres, get one step closer to finding her parents, played by Eugene Levy and Diane Keaton, and encounter a number of other Pacific Regal blue tank fish at the Monterey Marine Life Institute. Marlin, played by Albert Brooks, and Nemo, played by Hayden Rollins, are also seen helping Dory on her journey. The forgetful fish meets other new characters along the way, including the whale shark Destiny, played by Caitlin Olsen, and the beluga whale Bailey, played by Ty Burrell. Willem Dafoe, Vicki Lewis, and Andrew Stanton returned to voice the Moorish idol Gil, the four-stripe damselfish Debbie, and the sea turtle Crush, respectively. Ed O'Neill, Idris Elba, Dominic West, and Bob Peterson also have roles. The Finding Nemo sequel is directed by Finding Nemo and Wall-E director Andrew Stanton. Stanton recently told Collider he was inspired to focus on Dory because her stories seem, quote, unresolved emotionally. Finding Dory opens in theaters June 17th. Jamie Foxx is in early talks to star in the Jim Henson Company's upcoming mature puppet comedy, The Happy Time Murders. According to Deadline, the film is expected to receive an R rating and will be directed by Brian Henson, with a screenplay by Tom Berger, Dee Robertson, and Red's writer John and Eric Holber. The Jim Henson Company, famous for creating The Muppets, have been trying to get The Happy Time Murders off the ground since 2008, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Production company STX Entertainment picked up the rights to the project in 2015. Set in a world where puppets and humans coexist, Fox would portray LAPD Detective Edwards, who must reteam with his former partner, a hard-drinking puppet named Phil, to solve a case of murders involving the stars of a hit television show entitled The Happy Time Gang. The Happy Time Murders will mark the return to comedy for Fox, who was last seen in 2014's Annie, and will next be seen in director Edgar Wright's Baby Driver. Robert Downey Jr. has expressed interest in starring in a potential Iron Man 4. The actor said Wednesday on ABC's Nightline, while discussing his latest turn as billionaire Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Marvel's upcoming superhero epic Captain America Civil War, "I feel like I could do one more." The comments come after Downey expressed doubt about the possibility of another Iron Man sequel, explaining in March to USA Today, "I don't think that's in the cards." For now, Downey will continue to portray the technologically advanced hero in Sony and Marvel's upcoming Spider-Man reboot, Spider-Man Homecoming, in the third planned Avengers sequel, Avengers Infinity War. Downey revitalized his career with the original Iron Man in 2008, which kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe and spawned two sequels. Altogether, the Iron Man franchise has grossed $2 billion worldwide. Civil War, which will be released May 6, follows the story of Captain America Steve Rogers as he protects his best friend, Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes, played by Sebastian Stan, from the government, who believes he's a dangerous criminal. This leads to a dispute between Captain America and Iron Man, played by Downey, over the government's role in regulating superpowered beings, and forced the rest of Marvel's cast of heroes to take up arms and choose a side. Evans said about the film to Nightline, "This is a fight within family. This isn't good guy versus bad guy, and that's what makes it far more relatable and akin to the struggles that we have in life." Downey added, "I think it's kind of natural for familiarity to breed contempt. You can get more ticked off with your own best friends and your closest allies than you can with perfect strangers." Alien Covenant released the first photo in honor of Alien Day this week. The Prometheus sequel shared a glimpse of an unknown character's spacesuit featuring a patch from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. The sinister company was first referenced in the 1979 movie Alien. The patch includes the name of the spaceship Covenant and the Weyland-Yutani slogan, "Building Better Worlds." The imagery referenced to the Ark of the Covenant, a chest said to hold the two tablets of the Ten Commandments. Prometheus and Alien Covenant take place in the same universe as Alien and its sequels, but are not direct prequels or sequels to the film. Prometheus was released in 2012, while Alien Covenant will open August 4, 2017. Alien Covenant will see the crew of the Covenant arrive at a previously uncharted planet. The group discovers the seeming paradise is a dark world inhabited by the synthetic David, played by Michael Fassbender, who survived the Prometheus expedition. Director Ridley Scott told Wrap in December they're going to go to the planet where the engineers came from and come across the evolving creature that they have made. He also revealed, why did they make it? Why would they make such a terrifying beast? And so the movie will explain that and reintroduce the alien back into it. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele confirm actor Keanu Reeves joined the duo's upcoming flick Keanu as a last-minute addition to voice a runaway cat. Speaking at the Los Angeles premiere of the comedy, Peele revealed dialogue was inserted into the script ahead of the movie's debut at the South by Southwest Festival in March to accommodate Reeves. He said Wednesday, according to USA Today, "We definitely wanted to do a very Matrix-y, iconic lines like 'I'm an FBI agent.' We don't have Keanu say that, but things that you hear once but are stuck with you." Key added, "You'll never forget them." Director Peter Atencio detailed what occurred to finally attract Reeves to the project, which the Los Angeles Times reported his management first rejected. Speaking to the outlet, he said at first the studio attempted to get a live-action cameo. He said, "We didn't want to seem like we were making a John Wick parody, but the studio kept asking, can we get Keanu? Can we get Keanu?" But they politely declined. After the first film trailer released earlier this year, however, Reeves contacted the studio directly with the help of his sisters, reported urging to offer his services in any way possible. Atencio said, "We had a scene in the movie where Peele's character is on a drug trip and a cat kind of leads him through his hallucinations. We wanted to expand on that anyways, so we thought he could do the voiceover for the cat in that scene." Because Reeves was in Italy filming John Wick 2 at the time and Keanu was nearly completed, the director said he recorded Reeves' lines via Skype. He explained they hooked it up so that I could talk and he could hear it in his headphones. The studio, Warner Brothers, wanted him to drop a bunch of references to his old movies, but we didn't want to make it overt or too pointed. Keanu, Key, and Peele's first feature-length film follows two friends as they search for a stolen kitten named after Reeves. It opens in theaters April 29th. John Boyega, the star of Star Wars The Force Awakens, has joined James McAvoy and Nicholas Hoult for a 4-part animated miniseries based on the novel Watership Down. Netflix and BBC are joining forces to tackle the animated project alongside production banner 42, according to Deadline. The series will make its debut on BBC One in the UK and on Netflix everywhere. Olivia Colman, Ben Kingsley, and Gemma Arterton are also linked to the project. The computer animated series, based on the classic 1972 children's book by Richard Adams, will hear Mad Max Fury Road actor Holt and Boyega's voice the rabbit characters Fever and Bigwig. The new series follows a 1978 film adaptation of the same story, but will reportedly delve deeper, according to sources. Will Ferrell will play former President Ronald Reagan during the onset of his dementia in the upcoming production Reagan. Ferrell has signed on to the project, which was penned by Mike Rossilo. The screenplay for Reagan was featured in last year's Blacklist, according to Variety. The actor, who has already portrayed former President George W. Bush on various comedic occasions, will produce via his banner Gary Sanchez Productions. There is not yet a director for the upcoming film, but it is reportedly being shot. Reagan, said at the end of 1984, will follow the disintegration of the former commander-in-chief's mental health and the plight of an ambitious intern tasking with convincing the actor-turned-politician he's playing the president in the movie. In March, the Blacklist hosted a live reading of Reagan involving James Brolin, John Cho, Lena Dunham, and Nathan Fillion. The reading took place at the Montalban Theater in Hollywood. Reagan, with the 40th President of the United States, died in 2004 after long experienced Alzheimer's disease. Catherine Winnick has signed on to star in Sony Pictures' upcoming adaptation of Stephen King's 1980s novel series The Dark Tower. According to Variety, the Viking star will join the film in an unknown role as production on the dark fantasy tale has begun. Winnick will join a star-studded cast which includes Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba with newcomer Tom Taylor. In March, it was reported that Breaking Bad alum Aaron Paul may also star. While it is unclear which book in the series the film will follow, Elba is set to portray main protagonist Roland Deschain, the gunslinger, as he searches for the elusive Dark Tower while confronting villain Randall Flagg, or the Man in Black played by McConaughey. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly in March, King noted how he hopes the first film might set up a potential franchise. The author said, "Other people have tried fantasy spectacles. Sometimes it works, sometimes it works really well when it's based on a series of books like The Hunger Games or Harry Potter, or sometimes it doesn't. When I have to go back to is this. We have Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, two great actors. We got a great production team and Akivia Goldsmith as the primary script writer. The team is in place, so we'll hope for the best." Directed by Nikolai Arcel, The Dark Tower arrives in theaters February 17th, 2017. Alec Baldwin has been tapped to host ABC's Match Game Revival. The network announced the news in a press release Thursday, revealing the 58-year-old actor will begin hosting the game show this summer. Baldwin will donate his appearance fee to the Hilaria and Alec Baldwin Foundation. Baldwin said, "I'm beyond grateful to ABC and Fremantle Media for the chance to host a summer series of the legendary Match Game. Hilaria and I are thrilled to donate this fee to arts-related charities, and we look forward to having a lot of fun." Fremantle Media co-CEO Jennifer Mullen added, with the charisma and quick-witted Alec Baldwin as our host, Match Game has all the right elements to be a fun and entertainment summer staple. Match Game will return for a 10-episode run on June 26 and air Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The series sees contestants answer various and sometimes risque fill-in-the-blank questions and match their responses with the panel of celebrities. Match Game was originally premiered in 1962 and was revived several times over the next 3 decades. The new revival will join Celebrity Family Feud with Steve Harvey and the $100,000 Pyramid with Michael Strahan in ABC's game show programming block. Baldwin is known for playing Jack Donaghy on NBC's sitcom 30 Rock and last appeared in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The actor will star in a new Warren Beatty movie and is also slated for Downsizing with Matt Damon. Comedian Cat Williams has been arrested again, this time for splitting a man's lip open using a salt shaker as a projectile. The troubled comedian was apprehended Wednesday night shortly after fleeing from a seafood restaurant which the altercation took place, TMZ reported. Williams and his friends are said to have sat themselves down at the restaurant without waiting to be seated, causing friction with management. After an argument, the comic allegedly threw a salt shaker at the manager's face. Police arrived at the scene at around 10:30 p.m., according to local news station WSB TV, but Williams had already fled. He was, however, picked up at a nearby Waffle House and charged with battery. After his arrest, Williams posted bond at the East Point jail and was released later that night at around 12:30 a.m. Williams has had several brushes with the law in recent months. Before Wednesday night's incident, the comedian was arrested after a video saw the 42-year-old punching a teenager in the face. For that altercation, Williams was arrested, charged with disorderly conduct, and let out on a $500 bond. Williams has violated a previous bond and was held without bail until he needed to appear before a judge in late March. Modern Family star Ariel Winter is heading to the University of California, Los Angeles. The 18-year-old actress revealed she accepted the college's offer of admissions by posting a screenshot of her admissions contract Wednesday on Instagram. She captioned the photo, "It is an amazing day. I'm going to UCLA. Thank you to everyone who has been there for me on this journey. #BruinsBaby." Winter, who has been homeschooled since the 2nd grade, told E! News in May she planned to become a lawyer. The actress graduates from high school this year and tutors schools on both the West and East Coast. Winter said, "I would love to continue acting, but it's definitely important, I think, to go and do something else as well. You never know if something's not going to work out, if one day acting is like, no, we don't like you anymore." She advised, "You got to have something else you can do. I've always been interested in law, so I think it'll definitely be something that I love to do and also go to school for." Winter landed her first TV and movie roles at the age of 7 and was 11 when Modern Family premiered in 2009. She recently told Good Morning America her mom, Chrysola Workman, was a typical stage mom who, quote, pushed her very hard. The star admitted, "I did have a really, really hard childhood. It wasn't normal. It wasn't what I should have had. It wasn't a supportive, loving home. I had a really tough time." Winter was granted legal emancipation in May after alleging her mother was emotionally and physically abusive. The actress plays Alex Dunphy on Modern Family, which airs Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. An actor who appeared in Jurassic Park was sentenced Wednesday to 6 years in prison for sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Cameron Thor, 56, who had roles in Jurassic Park, A Few Good Men, Hook, and Curly Sue, is a well-known acting coach and was convicted in August of committing a lewd act on a child than one of his students 7 years ago. He was also ordered to register as a sex offender. The victim, then 13, was receiving acting classes at Thor's home in March 2009. At one point, he drove her to a nearby Santa Monica mountains and assaulted her, prosecutor Simone Shea says, but Thor was not arrested until 2014. The judge scolded Thor for having, quote, taken advantage of his victim's vulnerability and displayed, quote, great preparation in the incident. Carter Thor Studios, the former acting school run by Thor and his wife, have built a reputation over the years for working with actors like Helen Hunt, Cameron Diaz, Faye Dunaway, Courtney Cox, Drew Carey, and Madonna. Former supermodel Gisele Bündchen taught Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon her runway secrets while the host sported a pair of bedazzled heels. The two capped off their conversation Wednesday night with a personalized lesson on how to walk on high-fashion runways. Bündchen's biggest tip, swing your hips. Wearing black latex skinny pants and a gray sweater, the key figure of the upcoming coffee table book Gisele, which follows the supermodel's 21-year career, easily strut her stuff on the Tonight Show stage. Fallon proved the feat was more difficult than Bündchen made it look, but a quick change in music from the Roots helped him catch his rhythm. As part of promoting her upcoming book out in May, Bunchkin also discussed her family and career with People, saying she had both challenging and wonderful life experiences. The supermodel said, "I don't like to focus on things that don't make me happy and that I can't change. But I do my best to learn from it and move on." Bunchkin is currently married to NFL star Tom Brady, whose previous suspension related to the Deflategate scandal was recently